Hey friends, welcome back to my channel where I talk about goofy stuff I find on the internet. On today's episode, aging is the worst possible thing that could ever happen to you. In a society that places immense value on youthfulness, the pursuit of eternal youth has given rise to a pervasive anti-aging culture. This culture is marked by an array of products, treatments, and societal expectations that aim to stave off the natural process of aging. And if you're thinking that I'm being a bit too dramatic, I mean, sure, everybody is kind of scared of growing older, and I guess there's a reason that the elderly always say to enjoy your youth. Leave it to TikTok to really take that statement to the next level. People on this app are genuinely terrified to wake up in the morning and find a single gray hair or a single wrinkle. And some of the measures and behaviors exhibited in these videos are just a tiny bit concerning, so today we're going to be taking a look at just a few of these.
So I found this anti-wrinkle straw and I posted it on here a couple months ago. It's hilarious, and the way you're supposed to drink out of it is just out of the hole on the top, and it prevents you from pursing your lips. But I actually think I found one that works a little bit better. I feel like this really prevents you from any pursing at all. I mean, they're both amazing.
Imagine being scared of puckering your lips. I mean, I've heard of all sorts of phobias, but that has got to be a new one. Also, you do know that cups exist. You have one in your video. You could probably just, I don't know, sip from the cup instead of buying a $17? Oh my god, a $17 straw. Now I've seen everything, I guess. This is what they're all afraid of, by the way. Those tiny lines around the lips. Just picture this. You're in a really nice vacation spot, okay? You're in Hawaii. You're sitting by the beach, a nice sunset. You have a tasty cold pina colada in your hand. But oh no, then horror strikes because you forgot your Lipsy straw at home. How are you going to enjoy your vacation and drink your beverage now? And I feel like any number of activities could cause those lines, like, I don't know, kissing your kids goodnight every night, or kissing your partner, or your cute cat that just puked on the fucking bed, Luna, I swear to God. Now imagine you're like 90 on your deathbed, all your kids around you, and you're like, God, I sure am thankful I always carried this fucking straw around with me, or else I would have had fish lips. Damn. I cannot imagine anything worse.
So I have been taping my face for a while now, and it really works and I love it, and I want to show you how to do it. The reason I started doing this was because of my eyebrow, because I have very asymmetrical eyebrows, and then I place one here horizontally because I feel like at night when I'm sleeping, I feel like I scrunch up my face because sometimes I'll wake up with like one little fine line, and I've been taping here because I get these like smile lines and they're very, very visible now. And usually my smile lines are so visible, but you can't even see them now.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, God forbid you wake up with a single fine line, or that people see that you've been smiling a lot. That must be awful. I think the worst part, and what makes me so mad about this, is that it's all natural. Like, why would you cover up your smile lines? Smile lines come from you smiling or talking or being expressive, so I will never understand why people feel the need to make themselves look like plastic porcelain dolls. God forbid that people know that you have emotions and you actually express them. Oh my god, are you a Star Wars fan? No? Really? Are you sure? You could have fooled me.
I am the biggest LED light whore in the game.
This image is so wacky. It fills me with so many emotions. I don't think I can even come up with a good joke. Here, let me try. This is me when I no, but imagine showing this to like a Victorian era child. How fast do you think they would spontaneously combust? Jarvis, show me this, guys. By the way, these masks are like $400, and wouldn't you know it, they're not actually they don't really do anything at all. So, if you want to look like Optimus Prime for $400, you go right ahead, honey. I'm not gonna stop you there.
Here's some things that I do to slow down the aging process as a 14-year-old. I started doing most of these things at 12. Number 1, I take 2 apple cider vinegar pills. I do this twice a day. Number 2, I use a retinol twice a day. And one of my favorite tips is I get my body lotion and put a little bit in that and then apply it to my body as usual. It's actually so good for you. Next is I love Korean skincare and I do 2 face masks a day. I always use the leftover essence all over my body. I leave this face mask on for around 10 minutes. Never forget to do skincare on your neck because that's one of the main things that ages.
I'm sorry. Did I read that correctly? 14 and you started doing these things at 12? Putting retinol on your face 2 times a day at 14? That should be a criminal offense. I'm sorry. This is what I'm talking about. It has gotten so bad that instead of focusing on school or your hobbies or your friends or whatever else, preteens are choosing to be worried about wrinkles and aging, and you're 14. Obviously, this is no hate to this girl. She is a child. I doubt that she knows any better. But again, where are the parents? This is an unhealthy level of obsession. I would understand if instead of 14 it was 41, maybe. There's absolutely no reason for a child this young to be this worried about their appearance.
But let me share with you all my other anti-aging treatment alternatives. My skin is tighter now than it was 10 years ago. I've been doing radio frequency consistently for about 4 years. Just really want brighter skin. Pico Laser is a great option. Microneedling. This is professional microneedling. I love it. I love it. And of course, quality skincare and facials.
For some reason, this video gives me the exact same vibes as this one.
I love microplastics. They are so crunchy and tasty. I love when they pass through the blood-brain barrier and whisper in my ear. Microplastics are my best friend.
I love microplastics. Doing these treatments is fine. It's not hurting anyone. It's just, again, who are we doing these for? If my grandma or mom looked like they were younger than me, I think that would have quite a negative impact on my formative years. And not because I'd be scared of looking old next to them, but because it's just weird. If I ever plan to become a grandma, I'm gonna make damn sure I am the wrinkliest grandma out there, because I think it's fucking cool. Also, the people doing these procedures always say that they look so much younger when this woman is 32, and in my opinion, she still looks 32, and that's not an insult.
How I learned to stop using the muscles in my face. This is one of my most asked questions. When I was in high school, I didn't have a lot of friends and I didn't get very good grades, so I had a lot of free time on my hands. And when I would get home from school, I would sit in front of my mirror and I would practice having a full-blown conversation with myself, being happy, sad, angry, mad, everything, without using the muscles in my face, hoping that in the future, 30-year-old me, 40-year-old me would not have wrinkles and would be able to talk and be happy. So if you want to learn how to do it, sit in front of the mirror, just try and practice. It took hours.
No thanks, I think I'll pass on this one. I think this is one of the most depressing and insane videos I've seen in a long time, and that's saying a lot. It really reminds me of that one episode from Black Mirror when that one lady just keeps making faces to herself, practicing her smile in the mirror. Are we really at that point? I will never understand what is so terrifying to these people about having a face that's seen some life. What is so terrifying about having people know that you've laughed and cried and been angry and are a real person? At this point, I am fairly certain this has to be a social experiment. There is no way, I'm sorry. For the record, do not do these things. You don't need to do these things. Aging is completely normal. Smile lines, wrinkles, whatever is completely normal. It's just a natural part of any human experience, and I think we need to stop pretending that it's not. The anti-aging industry already thrives on promoting unattainable ideas of eternal youth. Advertisements bombard us with images of flawless, airbrushed faces, creating an unrealistic standard that is unattainable for most. So why are we as consumers also helping them further that narrative? Who is really benefiting here? Is it the people who have trained themselves to not show emotions or plaster their faces with tape? For some reason, I don't think it is. I think facial exercises are really the only trend I can get behind here. And not because I think they actually have the desired effect. They will never help saggy skin become tight again, which there is nothing wrong with that. That's, we have gravity on planet Earth. It's a pretty good thing, actually. So over time, your skin will sag, and that's completely normal. But I like the facial exercises because I think they're funny. That's That's kind of it. Okay, now I'm gonna show you a few people who really went big and did not go home. Fair warning, I'm gonna show you some post-surgery imagery, so if you're a tiny bit squeamish, maybe you can sit this one out, but, you know, good luck to the rest of you. Bro, what happened? What happened? That is not the same person. This cannot be legal. Okay, let's pretend that's your mom, okay? Your mom goes out for groceries one day and she comes back looking like this. Would you let her in? Would you recognize that that is indeed your mother? Because I surely would not. That is not the same person. If the aim of the game is to make someone more desirable based on society standards, I guess they accomplished it, but is it really worth it when you end up looking like a completely different person and not at all yourself? Obviously, getting surgery is everyone else's own choice. I'm a firm believer of your body, your choice. You can do whatever you want with it. But it's clear that these decisions aren't completely unbiased. Whether it's the people around you making mean comments or just an unconscious desire to look like whatever you saw on the magazine cover, to make a change this drastic doesn't come from a good place. I cannot think of a single reason why a 74-year-old woman would ever need to look like this. What happened to her earlobes? This is the definition of uncanny valley. I genuinely hope that these people are happy with their procedure and got what they were looking for, but this definitely should not be the norm. Contrary to the negative impacts of anti-aging culture, aging should be celebrated as a natural and transformative journey. The accumulation of years brings with it a wealth of experiences, lessons, and a deepening understanding of oneself and the world. The wrinkles and the gray hair become badges of honor, representing a life fully lived. Rather than viewing aging as a decline, it should be seen as an opportunity for growth, self-discovery, and the chance to make meaningful contributions to society. And this obsession with maintaining youthful looks neglects the wealth of experiences, wisdom, and character that come with age. And I feel like this whole obsession also contributes to the perpetuation of ageism in our society. The obsession with youthfulness seeps into workplaces where older individuals may face discrimination and reduced opportunities based on outdated perceptions of productivity and competence. By reinforcing the idea that youth is synonymous with vitality, beauty, and capability, anti-aging culture reinforces harmful stereotypes that marginalize older members of our communities. I think it's crucial to challenge and reevaluate these cultural norms, shifting towards a more inclusive and appreciative perspective on aging. By recognizing and celebrating the inherent gifts that come with growing older, we can foster a society that values the richness of experience, wisdom, and the unique contributions that individuals of all ages bring to the table. In other words, there are enough unrealistic standards that a person needs to follow. I think we have quite enough, okay? Growing old is both a gift and a privilege that not every person gets. Can we just let biology do its thing and live a life full of experiences and emotions? Is it really that hard, TikTok? Is it really that hard? Anyways, if you've enjoyed my rambling and want to support me, the subscribe button is right there and you can find my other content right here. I'm letting you guys age peacefully now. Okay, bye.